The phrase, 9 wasted years, has become one of the most famous lines in South Africa's political lexicon, used by President Cyril Ramaphosa to describe Jacob Zuma's presidency. But now, former Minister Malusi Gigaba has stepped forward to challenge that very narrative, sparking fresh debate about whether Zuma's time in office was wasted, or whether Ramaphosa's version of history is a political weapon designed to erase achievements. Gigaba, once a key figure in Zuma's cabinet, did not mince words. He accused Ramaphosa of rewriting history and disrespecting the contributions made during those years. According to him, Zuma's presidency was far from wasted. It delivered critical infrastructure projects, expanded access to education, and sought to empower Black South Africans in ways the current leadership has failed to match. Those years were not wasted, Gigaba declared. They were years of building, but they are dismissed because it is politically convenient to do so. This is a bold move for Gigaba, who himself faced scrutiny during Zuma's tenure. He is now positioning himself as a defender of that era, challenging the official ANC narrative crafted by Ramaphosa to distance himself from corruption scandals and mismanagement. The phrase, 9 wasted years, has been central to Ramaphosa's attempts to establish moral authority. By dismantling it, Gigaba strikes at the heart of Ramaphosa's leadership. Gigaba argues that every government has failures and successes, but that Zuma's presidency is being unfairly reduced to a caricature of corruption and state capture. He points to initiatives like the expansion of tertiary education funding, social grants, and infrastructure developments as proof that progress did occur during that period. For him, Ramaphosa's dismissal of those years is not just political spin, it is an insult to those who benefited from the policies of the time. Of course, critics see Gigaba's comments as an attempt to rewrite his own history. As Minister of Finance and later Home Affairs, Gigaba was implicated in controversies linked to state capture and alleged misconduct. To them, his defense of Zuma is self-serving, designed to clear his own name while deflecting blame. They argue that the evidence of corruption and mismanagement during Zuma's rule is overwhelming, and that Ramaphosa's phrase accurately reflects the damage inflicted on state institutions. The clash between Gigaba and Ramaphosa also highlights the deep divisions within the ANC. The party remains split between those loyal to Zuma and those rallying behind Ramaphosa. By challenging the 9 wasted years narrative, Gigaba is staking his ground firmly with the Zuma camp, ensuring that the battle over the party's legacy remains alive. This division not only affects internal ANC dynamics but also shapes how ordinary South Africans perceive their leaders. Public reaction has been divided. Some South Africans agree with Gigaba, arguing that it is unfair to label nearly a decade of governance as a complete failure. They remember tangible gains and initiatives that touched their lives. Others, however, see Ramaphosa's phrase as the brutal truth, that Zuma's presidency left behind broken institutions, economic decline, and a legacy of corruption that South Africa is still struggling to overcome. At its core, this debate is not just about Zuma or Ramaphosa, it is about how history will be written. Was it truly 9 wasted years, or 9 contested years with both progress and collapse? Gigaba's challenge forces the nation to reflect on whether political slogans are shaping memory more than facts. What is certain is that this confrontation adds more heat to an already volatile political climate. Ramaphosa's leadership has struggled under pressure, and Gigaba's words strike at one of his strongest rhetorical weapons. For South Africa, the question remains, will history remember Zuma's presidency as wasted time, or as a period unfairly condemned by his successor?